Hey everyone, and welcome back to Remember This Tech. In today's episode we're going to be doing an unboxing of this behind me, the Corsair Frame 4500X reverse airflow case. It's a mid-tower ATX case. If you're interested in it, I'm going to put a link in the description section below for you to check it out. We're going to go over most of the specs in here, show you some of the features, and give you some final thoughts in the end of the video to see whether it might be a case for you. And what am I going to use this for? I'm going to replace my existing Corsair 4000D airflow case with this. It's going to give me a little bit more room to cable manage and show off some things. It's got some panoramic views with the glass. Well, without further ado, let's just get right into the unboxing and show you what it looks like and what it comes with, shall we? Come on, let's go! Comes with a separate accessory box here. Here is the accessories pack that comes with it, and a cool reusable plastic container case. Pop it open. We've got, this is your extender cable for your motherboard, for your reset, your power on off, which is cool. Sometimes, you know, you might not have a lot of length to get to that, depending on if you have a ginormous case, so that could help. And plus, you can plug this in ahead of time before you stick your board inside your case, where you can see it clearly. And then you can just plug in this into the case itself for the I/O. And we've got longer screws, presumably for mounting various AIOs and fans. Tons of motherboard screws here. More smaller screws, presumably for like mounting 2.5-inch SSDs, which, you know, I haven't seen this much peripherals in a case in forever. Motherboard standoffs, extra ones. Of course, there's already a bunch pre-mounted there. You can move them around. And then you have another mounting screw. Very complete and impressive little accessories kit. Generous foam padding. Really nice. I'm going to flip it upside down and try to get this out. There's some decent weight to this case for sure. Man, this is nice. Form-fitting padding here. Really nice. Corsair. Of course, all their cases that I've had are really nice. Safety, compliance, and warranty information card right here. So, on first glance, you can tell that this case has wraparound glass for the whole side and front. So if you're like me and you're poor at cable management, maybe this case won't be for you. Or maybe it'll actually improve your cable management because, well, you're gonna need to, you're gonna see everything inside is what I'm getting at. There's a lot of masking tape here, but let me get this off. It's one massive peel. Tells you how to remove the case here, steps. Move it forward and then off. Supposedly you can remove it by pulling this forward. How do you move it forward? I don't know, it's not moving forward very well. And I'm afraid to move it forward because I'm afraid to break the damn thing, but oh, here it comes. So this is all one glass piece. So be careful when you do this. It is extremely fragile, I suppose. So let's get right into the case overview, shall we? For this case here, we've got the Corsair 4500RS Reverse Fan Edition. Fits motherboard support, fits ATX, micro ATX, mini ITX, reverse connector motherboards, and MSI 0 Project 0, and has a full wraparound tempered glass like I showed you. Reverse spin ARGB fans, 3 fans that are included here, for mine at least. And everything's kind of secured with masking tape. I guess that's a good thing. But now it means that I have to go and dig around in here to get this masking tape out. And then there's this. There's a lot of stuff that probably should be removed from the reverse side of the case, which I will do. But on with this system. Pre-installed, we have 320 millimeter reverse flow fans. We have cooling support for a 360 millimeter AIO up top. Also, you can put 320 millimeter fans up top here if you so desire. The InfiniRail is what they're calling it, fan and radiator mounting system. And what this is, it has slide rails for side mounting radiators, top fans, and bottom intake. It makes AIO installation pretty easy. In the rear, we have room for, let's go over the clearances for the GPU. If you have a massive GPU, this can fit up to 460 millimeter, which is massive. It can fit a 460 millimeter in length GPU for all those giant cards you want. CPU cooler up to 185 millimeter. Again, you know, the top fits a 360 millimeter radiator for AIO and up to 320 millimeter fans. It doesn't come with fans, by the way, in the top or the rear, just these 3 side mounts. And to go ahead and this right here, power supply cage, can fit up to 250 millimeter power supply length, so you can see it fits a giant power supply, and also thick radiators on the side or the top. As for cable management, I'm going to go and look at the back of the case, but before we do that, we're going to check out the rear of the case here. So this obviously is all thumb screws, and you think, oh well, it comes off, right? Well, also you can get a little bit better angle on the screws here if it's off sometimes. But not only that, this will normally be like this, but you can take it and you can completely flip it around like this, and you can mount your GPUs at a different way if that's the way your board supports it. Same thing for your power supply mount on the rear, which comes in through the back here. Apparently this is supposed to come out like this. This is the side. There's no, it's toolless. It just pops in and out, so just be careful so you don't lose anything. Once that's out, supposedly you can get this top off. We'll look at that a little bit later. Now you can see the back of the case for your mounting and cable management. This rear portion that is the other part of the fans comes off from the bottom, supposedly. I think it's clipped on. Yeah, supposedly clipped on. Like that. Has an integrated mesh here for dust. Now you have exposure to your fans. More packing material. This right here, you can easily move them and undo them from here. And the fan here, fan assembly, this top screw can be taken out, and once this top screw is out, this whole fan assembly comes loose, and it can come out, or you know, move it to the top or here, or however you want to do it. So this just tied in with the cable management though. So once you've got this in place or removed, you kind of have like your whole case exposed. And that, once you have this and this back panel removed and these here undone, you can slide this top portion off at that point. This is the top of your case. Here we have the top of the case for ease of mounting for your AIO. It's a little complicated at first if you're not used to it, but this is the basics of how to, you know, remove everything. I'm gonna put some of this back on in reverse. Like so. And then this guy has these clips that go on up top, I believe. No, there's little clips that go in here, kind of like a latch, like this. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. And then just press it on. The same thing goes for the side. Put the bottom portion on first, right? Kind of line it up ahead of time. Just kind of line it up and slip it in place. So there you have it. Moving on to the front, it's a combo audio and headphone jack here, USB 3 and USB-C on the front ports. Here, as I indicated before, is a GPU anti-sag bracket. You also have support in the rear for, which I skipped over, 2.5 inch SSD trays and 3.5 inch HDD cage, which you may or may not use in modern day. But so my final thoughts and a few more facts and information for this case. Who is this case for? Well, obviously if you want to show off your system, you're going to want to have a case like this. I'm not used to this modular type design of case, but I can see how the removal of such things with minimal tools is a really handy feature. Best case scenario for who this would be useful for, as stated before, side mount radiator, best cooling for a hot 16 core CPU. You need a huge radiator, you know. You want to mount it on the side, you want to mount it on the top. That's an obvious choice. If you have a huge GPU and you need that clearance space here, this case would be for you as well. And the reverse fans, the presentation itself, well, it kind of like makes it pop. I have an Asus 670E TAC-A motherboard, I guess, and that one's all white and kind of silver, so it's going to kind of like merge into the case and it's going to look cool, I think. Panoramic glass is going to let you show off all your stuff inside your case or your lack of cable management, like this guy right here. Modern layout, and more ever, hopefully it gives you ease of putting in that top 8-pin CPU power plug. If you're like me, sometimes it's just impossible to get in here with the board in here and a large cooler and plug in the 8-pin power. I know you think I'm like whining or something, but oh my god, how many times have you been in here and you try to fold this through and over and plug it in or disconnect it? You can take the damn top off and go through the top and do it on this case. It's not a solid piece. You can do that. I mean, I can see how that would come in handy for me alone. And the increased airflow and the ability to put on giant coolers, air coolers that is. So yeah, Corsair features build quality that is well known and respected. And their designs and their cases are usually very functional and have an aesthetic to them that most people love and like. Some people hate them, but a few of you out there, I don't know if you love or hate them. Comment below on what you're rocking today. Are you rocking a Corsair case, or what are you using for your main system? I'd like to know. And again, if you're interested in this case, I'll have a link in the description section below for you to check it out, and it really helps me out. So thanks for watching. Remember this tech.